don't understand. When people said it's not open to adoption, they can never. So you would rather watch me be miserable, die in silence, like, be crying every day. When me, I'm the mother, I'm the woman, it is even open-minded to being a mother through other options. And you that you're my husband, that you're a man, you won't allow that just because you're not open-minded. So I cannot be with someone like that. We cannot work out. So it's not going to be possible. I can't imagine myself in that kind of relationship or marriage with such person. Like, their mind is so small. Like, I'm not trying to shade anybody. Guess who is back? See who is back? Hi guys, I'm back again, and obviously you can see I'm back on my couch. Welcome to another episode we talk with Mina. It's been a minute, I know, right? Your girl has been busy. Mina's apparel has been showing workings, and I love it for me. I love it for my clients. I love it for every lovers of Mina's apparel and lovers of Mina. So let's go into today's topic. So everybody that knows me, that cares to listen to me, knows how there and important today's topic is. Yes. And today's topic is all about adoption. I want to talk about adoption. Yes. It's so intriguing, being able to love or being able to be a mother, or let me say a parent, without being blood related to the child or without having a baby bump. Yes. It's really amazing when you can actually love a child or another person, another human being like yourself. Like, it's really intriguing. It's really amazing to love that child and treat that child like you bet that child. And it's just so weird. I used to think, and I used to wonder why we Nigerians don't, do adoption and all of that. Like, I just question myself and be like, oh, why? Then this day, I think last month, yes, when adoption went viral on Twitter and then it's basically on social media, and everybody was giving their 2 cents and all of that, then I realized that most Nigerians are not capable of loving who they are not blood related with, or they did not bet. And it's so sad. It's so sad because and I find it's so sad that when I see women or couples that are going through hard times, have been so unhappy for a very long time because they don't have a child and all of that, and they come out to talk about their story, or eventually the universe, God answered their prayers and grant them a child or children, and they be like, oh, they waited for several years. I'm not even talking about 5 years, 2 years, 3 years. I'm talking about 10 years and above. How they struggled, how they went through so much, during that phase of waiting. And I just wonder that it's not just waiting and be miserable. You could have just, legally adopted a child, right? I know it's not everybody's plan. It's not in every. Let me put it this way. I know nobody plans to be infertile. Nobody plans to wait on God for children. Every couple get married in faith of they would have their own children eventually, right? Just few people don't want to actually have babies or bet their children naturally, which is totally fine. So I know most people want to in the hopes of getting married, they want to have their children and all of that, and unfortunately they didn't get that on time. Some people don't even get to get that like during their lifetime. Some people don't even get to witness what it is to be a mother or a father while you're alive, which is very, very sad. So in my head I'll be like, you stop waiting and being miserable, so unhappy, and this waiting period is so very stressful, and it's not an easy thing. It's not an easy phase. It's a very hard phase. No, but I will not come here and sugarcoat that waiting phase. If you're waiting for anything, praying for God to answer a particular prayer point, it's not going to be easy. It's not easy. So I can imagine how the whole thing would be on the marriage itself, the emotional stress and imbalance it would have on the marriage and the relationship the couples have. And there are a lot of children out there, right? And I actually realized, I found out that adoption in Nigeria is actually not easy, and our country is so just fucked up that if you are even open-minded to even open to adopting a child, the whole system is so fucked up that it won't be easy. And at the same time, there are some people that actually even said that if you go through the thorough process, it's possible and it is doable. Do you get? But my point of this whole section, this whole episode, is people that are not actually open-minded to adopting. I've only said this to everybody that cares to listen to me. I'm going to bet my children, inshallah, by God's grace. I have my biological children I'm still going to adopt. And I'm so obsessed with having an older child because I feel like that's the only thing I'm missing out on, not getting married on time, So I would like to have an older child I can, call mine. And I don't even mind being with a single father, getting married to a single father who doesn't have any, baby mama drama. It's just him and his child, and the child is just looking for someone to, love and accept them. Do you understand? I don't mind adopting such child as mine, taking care and loving that child as mine. And that's going to be my first baby because I'm so obsessed with having an older child. And if I marry someone that doesn't have a child, I pray and I hope. One of the things I'm even looking out for in a man is a man that is even open-minded, to things like this. Adopting a child, it could be, I just want someone that is open-minded. Do you understand? Someone that is open to surrogacy, someone that is open to other ways of betting, I'm not saying something is wrong with me, nothing is wrong with me. I just want someone that, because I'm a very open-minded person, so I want someone like myself so that we would, work and be in tune and, we would balance each other out and everything will be fine. The day this whole adoption thing went viral, right? I saw some men intake concerning adoption, and some people, because I actually tweeted one or two because I'm so passionate about adoption, right? And one or two or three guys made some funny comments like they can never adopt, they are not open-minded to hit, their wife would never. And I cannot imagine me go forward like getting married to someone like that. How now? Saying even if they adopt self, when some people, when they have their own child, they might not be able to balance the love, and why would you be able to? Why would you even adopt someone a child in the first place just because you don't have a child, just to fill in the gap? You don't adopt a child because you want to fill in the gap. You adopt a child because you want to love that child, treat that child as your own, like your own. I don't know, I don't understand. One people said he's not open to adoption, he can never. So you would rather watch me be miserable, die in silence, be crying every day. When I'm the mother, I'm the woman, even open-minded to being a mother through other options, and you that you're my husband, that you're a man, you won't allow that just because you're not open-minded. So I cannot be with someone like that. We cannot work out. So it's not going to be possible. I can't imagine myself in that kind of relationship or married with such person. Their mind is so small. I'm not trying to shame anybody, but if your mind is so small and you're not open-minded, it's not even about, it might not even be adoption. A lot of things, a very good trait I'm looking out for in a man is open-minded, or when someone is open-minded. Be open to different things, be able to explore different options, because life can be so crazy. There are so many things you don't plan that it will just happen. So if you're not even open-minded, how are you going to handle life? One of the things I like about myself is the fact that I'm so flexible. Whatever season I am, I handle it with so much grace. You know why? Because I am open-minded. My mind is not boxed. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So I want to marry someone that his mind is so tiny. I'm not trying to. Okay, I'm sorry, but that's just the fact. So I just hope that people are more open-minded to these things. Some even said it's family. What would the family think? What is your family's business or my family business with our business? Why are we even discussing our personal stuff with our parents, our family? When I'm married, my home is my home. I don't have any business discussing some personal things. If I tell my mom, after her, my husband have decided, there's nothing they can do than to accept, because the person they are married to, we've come to a conclusion. We are a team. That's our family. So what's our parents' business with not being able to accept our own decision that we are making for our own life, that will make us happy? Telling me, most families will not even be understanding. Who cares? So I don't know. But back to the topic. Please be open-minded. There's no reward for the most not even, there's no reward for now me suffer pass. So I went through so much. When there are other options that you would have opted for. So people don't even want to even consider surrogacy. What's the big deal there? If your body cannot carry a child, that doesn't mean when someone else is births that child, that's still your egg, that's still your blood. If that person is someone else carries a child, that doesn't make you less of a woman or a person, and that doesn't make you less of a mother. If you adopt a child, that doesn't make you less of a mother. You are still an amazing person. You are still going to be an amazing mother or a father or parent. You adopting, you going for options that will make your life easier and better, doesn't make you less of a person. Don't care about what the society will say. Fuck the society. What matters is your own happiness. You and your husband happy, because you guys are a team, you guys are family. So please don't say what people think. You don't have any business with what people would think. You don't fucking have any business with what people would think. What you think, what your husband think is what matters the most. So please don't die in silence. Don't be miserable. Don't Don't go through. There's no reward for waiting for 10, 20 years. So. You could have just adopted. How do I even translate this? Like, when you get another child from somewhere, maybe you adopt a child or something, that child's head can even make your answer get answered. So your prayer get answered. So just imagine you taking care of someone else's child as your own, treating them equally, treating them like you bet them, loving them unconditionally. Tell me why that child head will not, provide another one for you. And when you have another child, that the one you bet, please don't switch and change on the one you adopted. Please. If you know you don't have what it takes to love a child, you don't just adopt a child to fill in a gap. You adopt a child because you are passionate about it. You want to take care of people. You should love a child because that child is also human, right? The child you should not adopt a child because you don't have a child, or you should be because you are passionate. You want to be a parent, you want to be a mother, not because you don't have any one of your own. And when you have your own, like when you bet another child, because you already have one already, when you bet another child, treat them equally. If your adopted child is your firstborn, that is going to be your firstborn forever. The second one is your secondborn. Please don't say because you adopted the first one cannot be your next of kin. That is your first child. That's your best friend, and that's going to be your best friend. Nobody should take that position from them. Please. I know if you don't have it to do all of this, please don't adopt. Leave that child alone where they have, please. And do whatever you need to do yourself. Hopefully God will answer prayer. So as I was saying, I either have my own biological children or not. I'm going to adopt one or two. I want a very big family, so I want to adopt like 2, 3. If one is not going to be a problem, and inshallah one is not going to be I and my husband's problem, it will be money because we are working towards it. And I pray that the Lord answer our prayers and the universe shine on us and give us the grace, grant us that grace with our hard working, energy and all of that to have the money to be rich and wealthy, So I want a big family. I want to bet 2 or 3 children biologically and adopt 2 or 3 children too, and treat them equally like I would treat my own biological child. Do you understand? Like nobody would even know that okay, I adopted them. They are my children. They are my babies. They are mine, and the world would see them as that. So instead of, I used to say this: if I get married and after 4 or 5 years there's no child, see, I might not wait for 2 or 3 years because I actually want an older child, right? Like I said earlier on, so I don't mind starting that process. I have my husband starting that process and just having a child that is more older if he does not have his own. Do you get? Because yes, I don't have mine. So if he doesn't have a child, I don't mind being open-minded to adopting someone that is a bit older, like maybe it's age 6 to 10. Do you understand? Then have my own. Then maybe probably get pregnant, like give birth to a child biologically and all of that. I can't wait 5 years without starting that adoption process, because why would I wait 10 years? And not have a child when there are a lot of plenty children out there that want to be loved and be accepted. They did not commit any crime. The only crime they committed, the only thing they want is they just want to be accepted. They just want to be loved. That's all. And it's not too much to ask for. They did not have to be, bring into this world. It's just that I don't want to judge their parents, right? So, and if you are capable to take care of these children, I see no reason why you should not, consider that when you don't even have the child of yours, when you don't have any child or any children of yours. Do you understand? I'm not here to judge anybody. I just hope and pray that everybody can be open-minded. You don't have to be a mother through a baby bomb. You don't have to be a parent through blood. You can be a mother. You can be called the Alagbaja. You can be called Daddy Kiniko. You can be called Daddy whatever. Nobody needs to know. You don't need to tell the whole world that I adopted this child. That's your child. You don't even need to use that adoption word. That's your child. So instead of waiting years being miserable, why not just adopt and be happy? And if you are wealthy or you are rich or more comfortable, it's okay to even adopt more children to what you have. My own just with legally, please. And if you want to do surrogacy, whatever process, it's fine. Just make sure you do them legally. Please don't buy a baby. That's not nice. Please do it legally. That's my own. And I pray and hope that the Nigerian system get better also. So people that are actually open-minded that are on that process, and they are so frustrated because the process is just so crazy, and and it's not forthcoming. It's like it's not going to work. I hope that our system gets better one day and all these things becomes so easy. I hope and pray so. So guys, it's going to be the end of this episode. I hope you guys learned 1 or 2 things, and as usual, I'm putting on my brand. I'm going to show the full video of this gorgeous two-piece I'm putting on. So until next time, guys. Bye.